All right, hello everyone. I'm super excited to calm this race. I am Rhino Feeder, and I'm here with Sierra, and we're going to be watching Pisces and Valley today, two of the top all-skills runners in the whole community. Should be exciting. Just checking in with both the runners right now to see if everybody's ready. Let's take a look. All right, so both runners are on the menu select, looks like here. All right, so I'm going to give them a countdown here, and then there will be a comical delay in between when I'm done counting down and when it actually goes. Okay, let's give them a ping. Oh, no.
So this is the first all-skills race for the second round of the tournament, right, Alex?
Yeah, to my knowledge, this is the first match that's being completed in round 2.
Okay.
So I'm excited. All right, so both runners are ready. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
-1, -2.
Yeah.
-3.
And there will be a
-4.
slight delay. Yeah, so I'm really excited. These are two runners that are both at the top of, I mean, Valley is top 5, Pisces top 2. It's almost, I was just saying to you, Sierra, it's almost kind of sad that one of these runners is going to have to inevitably take a loss this early in the tournament, because these are two runners I both definitely expect to see back in the top 8 bracket.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll see what happens. It looks like they've finally gotten the message, and it looks like they're going a lot. They're starting the run now. So what do you, I always like to ask this question. What do you think are going to be the key points in this run? Because these are two very evenly matched runners. I feel like they're both very experienced in this category. I feel like it's going to come down to 1 or 2 small mistakes. And where do you think those areas might be in this run?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think they're both very skilled runners. I think it'll more come down to just small movement errors. Pisces is he has the second best time out of everyone. So I expect to see a bit smoother movement from him, although Valley's movement will still be incredible to watch.
Yeah, both runners having PBs under 51, like that's nothing to scoff at all. Those are both very high level times. Coming out of King's Pass here, looks like Pisces with a very, very small lead, but I mean, they're essentially even here. Yeah, to your credit, I really think it's going to come down to small movements. I don't really predict either of these runners it's such a high caliber, making any big mistakes, really.
Like, they've all been, I don't know how long they've both been running for, but they're incredibly experienced, so I would honestly be shocked if any of them made a big mistake.
Right, and it could come down to a lot of small things like various boss patterns as well. You know, how nice does Hornet 2 want to be? What kind of pattern is Soul Master going to give? Those little in a race this close, little things that can all add up. Yep, that's
a biggie.
These runners going in the corner of a room 1/100th of a second off of each other. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, Balder Spitz, as somebody in chat points out, that could be another
Balder Spitz are infamous.
Yeah. We see Valley going for the low platforms that he misses, and Pisces getting the first getting the double spike. That's going to give him about a 2-second lead here. I don't know about you, Sierra. I never go for bottom platforms.
Oh no, that's
I never get it.
It's so much more consistent top platform. You have more visual cues to work off of, as well as like when you change directions to hit the spike, you're not coming from the bottom, so the movement is slightly less complex to pull off.
Right. And just for chat's knowledge, both these runners PBs. Pisces has a 50 minutes flat, that is 50 minutes and 0 seconds, and valignatev has 50 minutes 47 seconds as his PB. So again, both runners incredibly close. Like I know typically in a speedrun 47 seconds is a lot, but in a tournament no reset setting, anything could happen. That's not enough of a difference for Pisces with the 47-second PB advantage, but that's not at all something that he can take his foot off the gas about.
So coming up, you're going to see the runners enter the False Knight arena. We actually skip most of this fight by breaking, after the False Knight smacks the floor a couple times in his tantrum, this wall that Valley is next to breaks, and we're able to just completely skip the fight.
Yeah, both runners getting really good patterns here from False Knight. Pretty synchronized here. I think Pisces maybe a second or two ahead, but nothing crazy. I mean, this is the caliber I expect out of both of these runners, honestly. Nothing too surprising yet.
So the runners coming up on their first skill, Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, so Pisces with a 3-second lead here. It looks like not that for a run this long and this early on, that's pretty much even. Not really much of a difference to give a huge advantage. But again, in a race between runners this close, that could be. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see the final time within 10 seconds. Honestly, like it could be that close of a race. Honestly,
it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, so now here's the first RNG moment we were talking about, the first big RNG moment we were talking about, which is how many Balder spits does each opponent get?
I believe it's a 50-50 chance of getting a Balder every spit.
Correct.
So you can get really good RNG. Normally you get it within 1 or 2 spits, but there have been horror stories of 17, 18, 20 spit Balders.
Yeah, I mean,
huge time loss.
We're going to hope for none of that with these runners, but we'll see Pisces here. Pisces getting a second spit. Valley getting a little less lucky. Okay.
Spit.
Yeah, so a 2 and a 3 spit, not uncommon. I think each additional, assuming optimal play, I believe each spit adds about 1 second.
So not at all insurmountable.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that can go wrong in a split like Mothwing Cloak. There's a lot of skips that, while not difficult for experienced runners, anything can happen under the pressure of a tournament setting. There's also RNG on where the Moss Warriors spawn by the Geo Rocks that we'll see in a minute or two.
How much of a time difference is it if you get the poor RNG versus the good RNG?
I want to say like maybe 4 seconds max. It really depends. If you play it well, you can minimize a lot of that time. And there we go. Pisces missing a skip.
This is the first fireball skip, but Valley gets it.
Yeah, and that's going to be
2 seconds back.
Yeah, Valley makes up about 3 seconds there. Valley makes up. So again, these are skips that I normally will put my money on such experienced runners not messing up at all, but you never know if it could be tournament nerves or just that one unlucky moment. Anything can happen here, but yeah, I really think we're going to enjoy a very close race.
Honestly, of all the fireball skips to miss, that one is the least bad one to miss.
Yeah, I would agree that like if you have to miss if you have to miss one of the 3 fireball skips, that's probably the least punishing.
Yeah.
This
so
one here, on the other hand,
there is a backup, but it loses a lot of time.
Yeah, going for the squid pogo if you miss that fireball skip is about a 9-second time loss, is my understanding.
But both runners get it quite smoothly, no issues.
Yeah.
This next one is actually considered to be the hardest one. And if you miss this one, it's a significant time loss because you have to go all the way around.
People say that. I honestly find the last one there to be the easiest. I don't know why. Maybe it's just something about the way I do fireball skips, but I personally find the third one to be the easiest. But
interesting.
So both runners going.
The tightest movement for so.
Yeah. So we'll see Pisces going for the double. He gets it. Valley also. I mean, this is. Sorry, I'm just laughing because it's insane how synced up these runners are, but it's exactly what I had hoped for. But This is great. I'm very glad that I got the opportunity to calm this match with you because we're in for a treat here.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah. So then the next big thing I was talking about here is in the room after where they are right now, when they drop down to get the Geo Rocks, we're gonna see where the Moss Warriors spawn, and if that gives either runner an advantage over the other.
If one of them spawns off screen, like Pisces just got, he
Yeah,
has
both.
to. Oh, they both got it.
Yeah. So no advantage for either player really.
Yeah, but the way that they handle the Knights is different. Because you want to make sure that your fireballs are hitting both of them.
Indeed, yeah. If one of the fireballs doesn't hit, that's an additional 3 hits you need on one of the Moss Warriors, so definitely not something to miss. And both runners within about 2 seconds of each other here.
Both coming up on the first real boss fight, Hornet 1.
Valley getting a nail throw, or a needle throw rather, which is a pretty good thing to get. It resets Hornet's stagger. She can't be staggered while she's throwing her needle, so it allows the runner to really just sit there and crank out some damage without worrying about any movement. And Pisces both runners having really solid fights here.
They're staying within 2 seconds of each other consistently.
Yeah, I know. This is absolutely insane. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, like through all of Green Path from the beginning.
Yeah, and about a low 7.5x Mothwing Cloak is pretty speedy for all skills here.
For some reason, I keep mixing up Mothwing Cloak in my mind with the double jump. Oh,
no. I got it. I have definitely been known to accidentally say Mothwing, like wings or something. Instead of Monarch wings.
I keep forgetting what they're called, too. It's just like they're both...
Ooh, that pogo from Valley was pretty nice. I've never seen that before, I don't think. Maybe I don't watch him enough. But this next segment here, it's honestly one of my favorite segments because there's not really any RNG in this split, and it's pretty movement heavy. So it really allows the runner to kind of just show off their movement a bit for the first time in this category, without worrying about RNG or any of that.
Yeah, that acid drop over that drop Pisces just did over the acid drop, it's a lot of fun to do, but if you mess it up, you take a dunk, which is a significant time loss.
Yeah. And neither runner going for static turnarounds. You really do hate to see it, but...
What exactly is static turnaround? I'm still not clear on that myself.
The very last platform that they land on, instead of landing on it to refresh your dash, if you turn around and nail swing the little floating platform, it gives you momentum to the right so that you land on the bottom without worrying about acid dunking. It's a little bit precise to get, but I can totally see, I mean, both of these runners are more than capable of something like that. I've watched them both do it, but in a tournament setting, they're probably just playing safe. And realistically, it saves less than a second, maybe half a second, maybe. So I can totally understand why they want to bother.
The runners are.
Yeah.
Those milliseconds really add up over the course of an hour run.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I'm curious to see is, assuming both these runners have the stream open and they know where each other are, I'm curious to see at what point some of them might start taking some more risks, knowing that they're going to have to do something to pull ahead.
Yeah. Really clean E-pogos from both of them.
Yeah, indeed. And then we'll have Pisces picking up around 9:32. Valley 9:35, both really, really fast times for early game.
Oh yeah.
So now we'll be heading to Gruzmother for both. I gotta say, they're making it very easy to calm for us, aren't they? Because they're both in the same spot.
We don't need to commentate on 2 different parts of the game.
Right. Yeah, the close race definitely makes it more exciting.
So now they're going to fight Gruzmother to get the most OP charm in the game, Shaman Stone, and then head over to the Blue Lake.
Yeah, and we'll see here, both runners probably going to use the same way of collecting soul. A big difference in this split from any percent, because I like to make references to any percent because that's what most people are familiar with, is we don't go up here to get the Forgotten Crossroads Stag Station. In fact, we don't get it at all in this run. You're also going to notice we don't save Sly either, because the answer to both of those questions of why we don't is because we have dive. So we don't need lantern to get into peaks because we can use dive. And that's also why we don't need to take the stag station back to Forgotten Crossroads, because it's faster to just go in from Dirtmouth, head right all the way, then dive down. We're coming up on Gruzmother here. See if... Okay, nice kill from Pisces. Gruzmother kind of gave them both the same pattern almost as well, huh?
Wow, yeah. I'm curious to see what their Gruzzer cleanups are going to look like. It is technically possible to have a perfect cleanup, although it's completely RNG based and rather rare.
Ooh. And Pisces with a 2 fireball cleanup, pretty good. Valley having a little trouble. He took an extra fireball, then he messed up the gate storage, but yeah, those little mistakes are going to start to add up.
So now you'll see Pisces. Oh no, he takes an unfortunate hit. Another one. Is Pisces slipping? Valley too, what's going on?
Valley just wants to keep it there.
Unfortunate death from Pisces.
Yeah. Valley sees Pisces dying. He's like, I'm gonna die too, just to keep the run fair. But setting up the shade skip here, we'll see if either of the runners gets a fireball. You know, if Pisces gets a fireball, that could help Valley get back into it. But unfortunately for Valley. No love for Valley, right?
They both get the same RNG, so.
Yeah, definitely. I will say, Pisces might be the only runner I've ever seen where the shade decided to fireball, and Pisces just did not care. He went for the shade pogo anyway and got it. How does that
even work?
I don't know. It was one of the coolest things I ever saw. I doubt he would. In a tournament, I cannot imagine him taking that kind of risk if he got a fireball, but you never know.
Yeah. Are they both keyboard players?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I know for a fact Valley is, and I'm pretty sure
Pisces is as well.
Okay. All right. So, looks like Pisces has 1 extra hit of soul here. Not a huge deal. It'll just save him an extra nail swing when he walks in here. Missing the gate storage. Valley getting it. Yeah, so the 1 fireball there. Yeah, so in all skills here, we actually have to kill 2 rows of these enemies to have enough Geo for dash slash in a little bit.
Until we get to mid-game, Geo is very tight.
Yeah. Early game Geo, and even going to King Station afterwards can be tight depending on how things work out. But
yeah,
both runners like 1 Geo apart here.
They're incredibly close.
God.
I mean, at that point, assuming that they both do the same movement for dash slash, like they should end up with the same amount of Geo.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Pisces.
Valley takes a hit to one of the, what are they called? Just husks?
I just call them husks, yeah. For someone with as many hours in this game as me, you'd think I know the enemy's names a bit better, but I think
the more hours you have in the game, the less you know.
I'm like, yeah, those things. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm curious to see the movement here. Looks like Pisces is about a 7-second lead now.
The dash slash movement is deceptively hard. You need to kill a certain amount of the hoppers while avoiding aspids, which are infamous for being aspids.
Both runners have about the same movement here, yeah. This is... Okay. And Valley opting for that extra. I like to go for that extra hit that Valley just did after pogoing that big enemy. I like to turn around and get another one. It doesn't slow us down at all. Real nice movement from both players here. Oh, Valley taking a hit. One of those hoppers getting on the left side, it can be... Okay, now Valley's actually in some real trouble. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, 1 hit.
Oh no! Oh my gosh.
Big F for Valley.
Oh no! Well,
that's a time loss.
That is gonna be a very, very that is in a race this close. That's going to be a very, very haunting death. Oof. We'll see how Valley can pick it up, though. I mean, the race still isn't over. Both players are, in fact, human beings that are capable of making mistakes. Pisces could take an unfortunate death, too. So we'll see what Valley does here. I think it's really important in these situations to keep a level head, keep running hard, and just know that your opponent can make a mistake.
I wonder why he's killing these hoppers. He doesn't need their geo.
That's a good point, actually. It might just be muscle memory and him not remembering. 'Cause, yeah, once he kills his shade, right, he'll get all that back. And
yeah, so he's really just autopiloting, most likely.
Well, I can tell you now that Valley will be totally fine getting the 300 geo for King Station.
Oh, no question.
Back over on Pisces' screen, though. Pisces making his way through City here. Going to be heading up the elevators to Spire and then just to Soul Sanctum. So the whole reason in this category that we get dash slash so early is so we can do a couple lever skips in Sanctum to make it a lot faster. And also we get Shade Soul really, really early, which is a very high DPS spell. And it makes a lot of bosses way easier, in particular Soul Master coming up, which is a much more difficult fight on current patch.
Oh yeah, I imagine like you have like half the damage output, so takes a lot longer to kill. That's more time for you to get bad RNG.
Definitely.
With Soulmaster, I believe the worst RNG you can get is his dive, right?
I would personally think that is, because it's difficult to get hits on him, and you can't really, obviously you can't get doubles while he's diving. But yeah. So we'll see how Pisces deals with the Soul Twister here. Very nice. I like getting that little hit in beforehand, just a little extra soul. Now, the real thing I'm looking for now, again, is assuming these runners have the stream open, they know where each other are. Does Pisces play a little slower here? Or maybe play a little bit safer than he otherwise would, knowing that Valley is now taken a death?
So that was the first dash slash lever skip in the race. Pisces used it to sequence break into the room for a Shade Soul?
Shade Soul, yep.
Is that what it's called?
That, to my knowledge, yeah.
As I said, the more hours you have, the less you remember.
Mm-hmm. And so we'll see Pisces making his way up now to the first Soul Warrior, well, the only Soul Warrior that we fight in this category, actually.
Really clean movement with his elevators.
Absolutely.
And Valley gets a double hit on that Soul Twister.
Real nice kill from Pisces. He had to use an extra fireball than he would have wanted, but still a really quick kill. It's pretty easy to recoup that soul. You'd much rather get the kill quicker. Taking a hit. So this room kind of just sucks because that Soul Twister can just teleport directly into where you're going, even if you're in the middle of a dash. So Pisces getting hit twice. Not the biggest of deals, but still very annoying.
Yeah, but at their caliber, I don't expect it to make that big of a difference.
No, I don't expect either of these runners to die at Soul Master. But again, as we saw in Kingdom's Edge, anything can happen in a tournament setting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So Valley now making his way back down from Shade Soul, going to be going up to that Soul Warrior that we just saw. Pisces take care of it. But Pisces now starting the Soul Master fight. We'll see what kind of start he gets.
Really nice damage output with the fireballs. If you do it right, you can get 3 fireballs right off the bat, as well as the soul for 2 more fireballs, which enables you to kill him really quickly.
Yeah, and Pisces didn't get the best pattern in the world there, but he did about as well as he could with the pattern he was given. So really good fight there. We'll see how he handles the second phase. Oh, he's going to go for this crazy strat. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
The only other person I've seen do that is Monsta.
But Monsta's Monsta.
Well, Pisces is Pisces.
That's very true. That was really clean.
Yeah, that was a really nice kill. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody has spent as much time over the last year really like analyzing and optimizing this run as much as Pisces, and you can see that in his play. Just absolutely incredible. And I would bet that more than half the participants in this tournament used his guide to learn the run. So
I can personally confirm that.
Yeah. Real nice fight from Valley. That was really clean.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, and Pisces using the / storage here saves a little, like... Oh, he didn't actually get it. He went for it. So you can actually use the inventory drop there to store a / that you don't need to recharge when you get to that lever skip that we just saw. So Valley's also going to go for this strat, looks like. 1, 2, 3. Really nice. And now damage tanking for the... That was about as textbook.
Really
yeah. That was a really, really sick fight from Valley. Yeah, for any viewers who aren't familiar with the category, those damage tanks are in fact intentional. It's faster to just go up into the corner and tank damage than to sit there waiting for Soul Master to decide that he's done diving at you. So that was a really sick fight from Valley.
How much of a time difference is there between the two runners now?
I will look. Okay, so Pisces just left Sanctum at 9:13. So we'll take a look at when Valley leaves.
I imagine there's still a significant difference because of the death.
Yeah, Chad is saying about 40 to 50 seconds, around 45. So yeah, it's still a pretty substantial lead, unfortunately, for Valley. But again, anything could happen. Yeah, Pisces a little low on Geo here. I mean, yeah, 25 Geo here is still a little short. There's always the enemies at the bottom of Spire here that you can get after you dive, but 25 is still more than Pisces would probably like to have to worry about right now.
Meanwhile, Valley has no concerns with Geo at all.
Yeah, Valley will be totally fine as soon as he fireballs the first row on his way out of Sanctum. Right. So we said 1913, then 2006 for Valley leaving Sanctum.
Yeah, so Pisces actually got enough soul for 2 fireballs, expecting that he would need to fire a second one.
Yeah, very nice.
Because he knew he was low. That was very clean.
Yeah, Pisces definitely he knows a thing or two about this run. He knows his way around it.
To say the least, yes.
Yeah. Nice. He gets the King Station jump. Oh, really nice movement there. The subtle nuance there of Pisces wall jumping off of the corner of that wall instead of landing on top really shows some expert movement there. So now this is the segment of the run that makes me the most nervous as a runner, which is we go all the way from Spire Bench, all the way to King Station, all the way through Crystal Peaks to get Crystal Heart. Then we do the Dark Room and get D-Dark, all without any real opportunities to heal without losing time. And we can't bench either because we need to store the bench back at Spire. Taking a death here is probably the worst place in the whole run you could.
Mound, I think, is like the worst. It's the largest.
Yeah.
To die in the granted.
Oh yeah, granted you don't need to go all the way back through like Crystal Heart and everything, but it's still rough. Yeah, I mean you're going from Spire all the way back to the D-Dark Mound, so definitely again like I believe it's the worst place in the entire run that one could take a death. So if there was ever something
possibly worse is later, I think, by Broken Vessel if you didn't open the shortcut.
That could definitely stink, having to go back through Malarks all over. Yeah. All right.
The good thing about Crystal Peaks, although it is a bit scary because, as you mentioned, you don't really have an opportunity to heal. Right. There's almost no RNG in the entire segment.
Right. There's the only little bit of RNG is when the crystal crawler enemy things, again, I don't know enemy names. Sometimes when they start firing their lasers, it's a little RNG. But again, to your point,
you for a nice Pogax from Pisces. We gotta mention the Pogax.
We gotta mention the Pogax, indeed. But one thing to note too, Actually, you know what? I got to be honest. I was so enamored with that Pogax, I forgot. Oh, watching Pisces take damage reminds me that on top of the fact that we don't really get to heal in this segment, done optimally, there are actually a number of intentional damage tanks that we do in this segment. Well, at least one that I can think of is in the Crystal Heart room, where doing damage cycle on the lasers is about a second faster than doing damageless cycle. So.
Pisces actually just showcased the second one.
Yeah, really nice. Oh. He gets the dash slash storage, it looks like. Real nice trick. I never go for it. Valley with a nice Pogax. You love to see it. I'm having bad flashbacks because last night while I was practicing the dash slash that we just saw Pisces do, I was tired, but I was on a good pace, and I just forgot to let go of my nail.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Definitely something that could happen. But with the underplat, let's go. Let's go.
So Valley choosing the safer routing for this room, without the damage tank.
Yeah, really? It's definitely a little bit slower, but I can, maybe Valley, I can totally understand choosing that to play a little bit safer at the cost of a second or two, in a no reset setting. Because again, it's very nice to have as much health as we can here for the mount, but
yeah.
So I'm interested.
On PB pace anymore, is he?
With a there's no way Valley's on PB pace with a death.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought, but.
Ooh, Pisces tries to rush that last crusher and actually takes a hit. Not a huge time loss, but obviously it's not ideal for Pisces, but.
Underplat from Valley.
Let's go.
Love to see it.
Ooh. Pisces at 1 health.
At 1 health.
So this is actually really scary now, because you can take a hit in the dark room here if you're not careful. Oh, he's going to heal. I actually really like that. I think that's the smart tournament safe play from Pisces there.
For sure. Also with Crystal Mount coming up, anything can happen.
Right, there's the intentional damage tank we do to get early control.
Oh, that's right. So healing there is much faster.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers and what the time difference is to heal versus just doing not early control, but either way. And Pisces taking another heal, I don't think that's a bad idea, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Valley taking the same crusher. Yeah, it's like I said earlier, with if Pisces, assuming that Pisces knows Valley took that death, does he play safer knowing that, it's a turn? He's not going for a PB necessarily. He just needs to win this one-on-one matchup, knowing he's got a nice, comfortable lead. That's the advantage he has now, that he can play a little bit safer. And Valley is the person that needs to be playing risky to make up a lot of time. So
the skip that you just saw Pisces do allows us to get early control with D-Dark instead of waiting for the screen to give you control of your character normally.
Right. And if anyone missed it because I was babbling about tournament strategy, we're about to see Valley do it again soon. So what the runners do is they slash up. It takes 8 hits to break the crystal that gives us D-Dark. So we hit it 7 times, and then we clear the path in front of us of any of the planks. And then if we make the 8th hit with a dash slash, you'll see it carries the momentum just like that with Valley, throwing us into the spikes over here, which respawns us and gives us control of our character earlier than we normally would. Normally, you would have to wait for that entire animation and for that D-Dark menu to disappear before having control of our character again. So it does save time. Right. And we'll see if Pisces goes for Underplat 2, Electric Boogaloo here.
I actually find that the underplat is a lot easier than not going for it.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I didn't even know there was another way to do it until I don't remember who I saw, but I'm like, oh, I never even thought of that. Yeah, Pisces does go for that underplat there. Not surprising.
The other option is as soon as you get out of the crystal dash to wall jump onto the top of that platform.
Right.
But it's a lot harder to pull off.
Mm-hmm. And Valley in the same section now. So we're going to see Pisces now head up back to... Now that we have Dream Nail, and D-Dark, it's worth our time to go fight Watcher Knight. A fight that is very, very easy in this category as we just spam D-Dark over and over again.
Really nice under-platform Valley.
Yeah, he didn't even do the wall cling.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's confident. Right.
So the fact that we go for Watcher Knights now is why we don't take any benches by
Right.
Crystal Peaks, because we want to just save quit right back here.
Yeah, exactly. And you're seeing Valley do it now, too. That takes us back to the bench we took however many minutes ago, all the way back in Spire. Real nice quick kill from Pisces, adapting and knowing that Shade Soul will get a double. So it's really funny in this fight, just compared to any percent, where we want the Watchers to roll quite a bit so we can get doubles and triples. In all skills, we'd actually prefer that they kind of stand still so we can just D-Dark them to death repeatedly.
So this is
real
something,
nice fight.
This is something you actually can't do on current patch. The runners are both running on patch 1221. And one of the differences is there are far more iframes that allow you to literally just sit inside the boss and spam D-Dark until they die.
Right. It's somewhat doable on current patch. You have to quickly just walk out of the enemy's hitbox and do a nail hit or something instead of just standing there spamming D-Dark over and over.
Yeah, but 1221, it's so free.
Yeah, it's very free. All right. Valley getting a good pattern there. Nice. Real nice quick kill.
So that is the first streamer down from Pisces. While Valley finishes up.
Real nice boss fight from both players, honestly.
Oh yeah.
So we're coming up to everybody's favorite part of this run, which is the Ismas skips. So it
genuinely is my favorite.
Yeah, it's 3 skips. Not incredibly difficult, but definitely not free either. Not that I'm expecting Pisces to make any mistakes here, but obviously mistakes in this section would allow Valley to make up some of this time.
I don't expect to see any of that, though.
No. Well, as we all know, Spike Tunnel is RNG, so you never know. I'm just kidding. It's not RNG.
There's no RNG in that Spike Tunnel.
No. But if I don't say there's RNG, I only have myself to blame for messing it up, and I don't like that.
Well, there's no RNG, so...
There's no... For any casual viewers, there's absolutely no RNG in the Spike Tunnel skip that we're about to see Pisces do.
There's actually far less RNG in the entire run than one would think. Like,
yeah.
You know roughly the area where most enemies will spawn. We know how to deal with different spawn locations. I think there are only 2 RNG C dashes. No, there's 3. Including
real nice fall
the
from Pisces.
C dash. Yeah,
Pisces gets the first try. Yep.
There's actually 2 ways to pull off the 3rd Isma skip. Setupless and with a setup. I'm curious which one the runners will go for.
I know for a fact Valley does setupless. I would imagine Pisces... Pisces is going for the setup, actually.
Okay. And he gets it. With the way that the hitboxes work, if you C-dash at the right height and then wall jump at the correct timing, the wall will automatically push you over the lip. So that's what you just saw Pisces do right there.
Yeah, like when I was learning these skips, I could blindly follow instructions, but I didn't really understand what was going on with those skips until I turned on the hitbox mod and saw the way that wall was shaped behind the the foreground textures and whatnot. When Valley takes a hit on Spike Tunnel, second try, that's not a big deal.
It's like half a second time loss.
Yeah. Maybe a little more, but Pisces gets really good RNG there with none of the Ravas in his way. I'm getting a clean C-dash all the way across. And we'll see Valley now going for, I believe, setupless, yeah.
Yeah, that's setupless.
Cool. Very nice. I was gonna say I might be one of the few runners that literally finds setup lists objectively easier in every way. Like I don't think there's
It's
a
so
single
hard.
benefit. I think it's easier. I think it's more lenient. Like, yeah. Obviously, people have different opinions than me.
Yeah. I think with setup lists, certain parts, like obviously the fact that you don't need to line yourself up, there is a leniency there, but there are more inputs you have to do at the perfect timing on the other end of the dash.
Yeah, there's definitely an extra input or two. I'm curious to see now if Valley gets good RNG here.
Oh, and he does
that's
not.
the worst. Pisces making his way through the Maulurks very cleanly. A very fun section to watch. That's an intentional hit there. It is actually optimal to just C-dash right into that infection bubble. There are ways that runners can manipulate their movement to not get hit there fairly consistently, but if you're going for pure time, it's actually optimal to just take that hit. And Pisces getting, yep.
Do we have a name for that? It's
Basin skip.
okay.
That's what I've heard it called.
What you saw Pisces do is they're behind the wall decor. There's like a frame perfect almost, a tiny section of the wall that you can jump off of. Pisces makes it look easy, but it's really hard to get.
Yeah, and it actually involves a bit of the same technique you were just explaining, Sierra, with how they do setup lists Isma skip, where you dash into the wall and kind of interrupt your dash with a jump to send your character out a bit. And Pisces gets a really clean Broken Vessel fight there. He accidentally staggered Broken Vessel out of a headbang attack, which is something you don't really want to do, but he made up for it pretty well. Yeah.
Valley's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Valley's taken 3 hits now. And Valley's not going to go for base and skip. I can tell just by the way he's jumping out here. I mean, as cool as it looks, it really doesn't save a whole ton. I think somebody optimally timed it to about 2 seconds of time save. If you get it.
I thought it was more.
No, but with optimal movements, like assuming both routes are executed perfectly, when I say optimal, it's not a massive time save. It's nice, but it's definitely not necessary.
Strat, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Valley gets the headbang right away, doesn't stagger out of it. So that's why we want the headbang attack for any casual viewers. The Broken Vessel can't be staggered or really moved when he's in the middle of that attack, so it allows us to just sit there spamming D-Dark on him, doing a ton of damage without worrying about him moving out of our way.
So
yeah, real nice fight.
The next segment for both runners will be Hornet 2 and Kingsbrand. Hornet 2 is deceptively hard.
Yes.
But I don't expect any of the runners to have too big of an issue with her. There is one attack that you just don't want to get a lot of. Sometimes Hornet will parry, and she can decide to parry just after you cast a spell, and she won't take any damage from it at all, which is something you don't want to see.
Well, and one of the worst things as well is if you Shade Soul Hornet from close, which you normally don't do, but there are times where it happens, not only does your attack not do any damage and she deflects it, but she also parries by swinging her needle at you, and because you're in the Shade Soul animation still, you don't even have time to dash away. Yeah, that's like the literal worst thing that can happen in this fight. So we'll see what happens here.
You can go for a safety bench, but Pisces neglects to. Not surprising. Yeah,
not surprising. I mean, it's easy to say like, oh, Pisces has over a minute lead now, he should just take the safety bench, but I would be very, very surprised if Pisces didn't get Hornet 2 on his first try here.
Yeah, he should not need it.
Yeah. And to be honest, you know, like Valley is a very, very, very good runner. You know, if Pisces gets too safe, it's not out of the realm of possibility for Valley to make a comeback.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if Valley will take it. I imagine not, because he needs to make up the time.
Yeah. Pisces getting bullied there.
Yeah, lots of parries. Oof. You can use your D-Dark to clear out some of those spikes.
Yeah, real nice fight.
Yeah, very clean, other than all those parries.
Yeah.
But that's out of his control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Valley does not opt to take the bench. 2 synchronized C dashes in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Valley approaches the fights. If he gets a better pattern from Hornet 2, that may be a little bit of time save he has on Pisces, but...
Oh, so Pisces what we're seeing... just validating his run?
No.
Or no?
No, so what we're seeing here is if you charge a nail art during that sequence, so during that cutscene where Hornet saves us from after we get Kingsbrand, the knight model is actually there on the ground, just invisible, which is what you saw when we saw Pisces charge it. That's so you charge your nail art and you see it surrounding that model. And if you wait until Hornet has saved you and she's leaving the area, you can release your nail art and it gives the knight control instantly instead of waiting for the get up animation. So that's what we saw Pisces doing there. It is not a major, it's only a major glitch if you do it too early and get control while the knight is still invisible. But I believe, I mean, I don't know if it would invalidate a run. I imagine for a tournament setting, it would just be a time penalty.
Yeah, it would just be a time penalty, but if Pisces were to PB, it would invalidate his run. Yeah,
it is technically a major glitch, but both these runners know what they're doing. They understand the mechanic well enough to not take a time loss to that.
Yeah. Is Pisces on PB pace?
I don't know, actually. I mean, he's had a pretty darn good run. I mean, definitely a couple small mistakes here and there, but you know, I haven't seen anything in Pisces' run where I haven't had any "oh my gosh, that really sucks" moments watching Pisces run. It looks very clean. But again, all skills is definitely a category where you can just casually lose 10 seconds and be like, "How did that happen?" It's such a movement, movement-heavy category.
Mm-hmm. Like even small things that.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, like. Small
Like that.
things, like when you end the C dash or taking that hit, jumping instead of dashing, like it loses small fragments of time that over the course of an entire run can really add up.
Yeah. I wouldn't think Pisces is on again, I don't know what his PB pace is like. I would imagine he's probably not on PB pace, but probably just a very good, solid overall pace.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like chat is saying the same thing, that Pisces is just on a very good pace. But not PB pace.
Okay.
Alright, so getting Cyclone Slash here. Cyclone Slash, not really used very heavily in this category. There's a few places I know of where Cyclone Slashing is a little bit faster than inventory dropping. Cyclone Slash also uncaps our fall velocity temporarily, but it has the it's not as good as inventory drop like in a straight line. But the benefit of Cyclone Slash is it allows us to keep moving horizontally if we need to while we're dropping. And it doesn't reset our fall speed. So on shorter drops that require horizontal movement, Cyclone Slash can be a little bit faster than an inventory drop. Oh, nice from Pisces there.
So coming up is actually Umu. This could actually, if Pisces gets an extra attack, that could be very good for Valley.
Right, and extra attacks, for those who don't know, are complete RNG. There's really nothing the runners can do to.
There you saw a clean slash.
Right on cue.
I know.
Yeah. I never even thought to do one there, actually. And that's why I like calming a lot of these races, because it forces me to watch some of the like really, really top runners and see what movements they do that I could be incorporating in my runs.
I mean, I've already learned so much from just watching all the other runs.
Yeah. So we'll see what Pisces does here. I'm just expecting very standard right side movement. He already has all the soul he needs. Taking damage there. Not the biggest of deals. Yeah, I imagine any jellyfish he hits on his way down, or really just to get them out of his way, because he doesn't need the soul at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably out of like habit. He dream nails Umu.
Right. Right. So there's a fast attack. I think 2 fast attacks, right? And a slow.
I'm not sure. That does make sense based off of what I remember of the run.
Yeah. So Pisces got the best RNG you can.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And
a real
there
nice
you go.
quick kill.
Really
Yeah.
clean kill.
I would expect the same of Valley. Let's see if Pisces gets the Walkling storage here. Very nice. Cool. Very nice. That's
Oh, nice. It carries through the acid too, apparently.
yeah. I've never been able to pull that off. It's one of those things that like I know about, but I've never been able to execute it. It saves a little bit of time heading over to Monomon here. And Valley coming through the same section now. Not very far behind RTA. You know, obviously by the actual timer, Valley is still quite a bit behind, but
Do they both have the load normalizer on?
I believe so. But I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have confirmation, but I would expect both of these runners to.
Okay. The setup for Umu is actually incredibly precise.
Yeah. Valley getting an extra attack. Oh, that is not what Valley
that's so
needed.
bad.
Oh man.
There was
We'll see if he can still save the 1 cycle. It's definitely possible.
It looks like he
Ooh.
is. Oh no.
Oh, he didn't get a double on. Yeah, this
And he
is.
fell. Let's see if he can. He should be able to 2 cycle at Umu though.
Yeah. This is not good for Valley there. I mean, a 2 cycle might even be, and he gets another extra attack. I mean,
It doesn't get much worse than that, does it?
when it rains, it pours, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Valley
Oh
Knight.
no,
Oh,
he
jeez.
doesn't get the 2 cycle either. Umu's like 1 hit away from dead.
Yeah, it has to be very close. Pisces going for the RNG C dash. Let's see if it pays off. Okay,
And it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, I think, the second to last RNG C dash in the run.
Pisces getting bullied by that jellyfish. Oh, jeez. Well, he's down to 2 HP now. I don't know, maybe an untimely death here for Pisces could help Valley a little bit, but...
Nice airwalk over there.
Yeah, real nice from Pisces. I don't expect Pisces to die here. You know, there's not really many places we can get hit, but who knows? A hand slip in the room before Great Slash, anything could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not. Like,
Right.
and I don't
course.
expect it.
Oh, Pisces having some. Okay, he's just gonna see dash from the ground.
That works too.
Yeah. And again, I'm curious to see what Pisces does here. You know, if he starts playing a little bit safer, or if he just keeps going all out. But Pisces definitely with a commanding lead at this point in the race. Real nice from Pisces.
It's rooms like these that really make me love all skills, where it's just movement based and there's just no RNG. You either get it or you don't.
Right, yeah, just very, very movement and cycle based, and I'm happy with that.
Really nice. He
Valley doing left
climbs
side
up really
climb.
quickly.
Yeah, and this was something that was just timed very recently. Valley doing the left side climb out of archives here. It was found to be done optimally, of course. It was found to be slightly faster, so exciting to see Valley go for that.
So
Nice.
coming up for Pisces is Howling Wraiths and then all of Queen's Gardens to get to Dark Deep Nest and then Hera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dark Deep Nest, not too bad in this category. It's definitely worse in other categories like low percent or whatnot. But the rooms we go through are very short. We have a lot of movement to help us out. There's the RNG C dash punishing Pisces there. Yeah, it's it's not too long of a dark section we need to go through, and one of the rooms is literally just dash dash C dash, so
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
But I mean, if you mess it up, it's almost a run ender, honestly.
Yeah, so something I didn't know until I ran low percent was that if you don't have lantern and you get hit in a dark room, no matter where you are, no matter what you've done, it takes you back to the start of the room. Which can be absolutely backbreaking in in particular the first dark room. But
yeah.
Oh, Pisces missing squid there. Doesn't seem to be cleaning up very nicely here. Real nice mound out of Pisces. Very, very textbook execution.
Didn't
Valley
Pisces write the textbook?
I don't know how much of it was discovered by... I'm very new to this category, so I don't know how much of these strats and movements were discovered by Pisces or just in his guide, but by and large, I normally just assume that most movements and strategies are a community effort.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Unless told otherwise, but... Yeah, so Pisces now. Pisces, did he heal once somewhere?
He must have.
Yeah, he must have healed.
I imagine before he picked up Wraiths. Because he's at full soul now, and I don't know where he would have gotten the soul.
Right. That's a good point. A lot of times I will heal after dash slashing the lever, doing the lever skip to drop down into Queen's Gardens, because I have to stand there and wait for it to open anyway.
Right.
So that's usually where I'll heal. Yeah, definitely smart of Pisces. I mean, we already take one intentional damage tank in this segment. Oh, Pisces going for the...
Underplat.
Oh my god, the absolute madman.
That underplat is really tough to get.
And then all the time he saved with that underplat, being wasted by wingsing into the ceiling. You really do hate to see it. I've actually never seen someone go for that underplat in a run before. It's very, very precise.
He did it last run too. I just don't think he got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredibly precise and doesn't really save much time, but boy, does it look cool.
He's just going for all the swag right now, isn't he?
He sure is.
So this room too has some really fun movement, just with the inventory drops even.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like it's going to be another really clean mound from Valley. Yep. Beautiful mound. So you're not going to be able to see much of what's going on Pisces' screen. But he's making his way through Dark Deep Nest. He's now going into the last dark room.
Not too terrible of a room, especially with wings. It's it's pretty easy to avoid any of the spiders in here. Yeah. Even taking a hit there, it's not the worst.
Yeah. Especially with three health left.
Yeah. I will say it might be a good thing that Pisces healed, because I bet he'd be a lot more nervous right now with 1 HP. I mean, I know that it's just the devout that we need to kill, and it's pretty brainless to get a kill on it. But again,
I find it so interesting, actually.
Really? You just do a D-Dark than a Shade Soul.
No. Let me finish my sentence. So Pisces, if you get hit by this, it doesn't matter if you're at 1 health or 2. Obviously, Pisces is no issue. But just the mental difference of being at 1 health with like the warning signs on your screen.
Oh, for sure. There's the anxiety it causes.
Yeah, it makes a difference in how you play.
For sure. Yeah, so Pisces with a really clean segment here. Valley now moving through one of my favorite rooms in the whole run. That room has so much cool movement in it.
Oh yeah, I love it so much as well.
Oh, taking a hit there, never fun. Valley gonna heal here, probably wise.
On 1-2-2-1, those enemies can actually never hit you if you're just standing next to them. So it's basically free soul.
Yeah, the spikes of those enemies literally don't have a hitbox, so you can stand there and dream nail them repeatedly, or however you want to collect soul. It's kind of funny, but it definitely slipped through the developers' testing or whatnot.
Yeah, you won't find that on current patch though.
No. Alright, so Pisces is now going to be heading into the Abyss, which is another section with some really cool movement in it. We got the Sibling Climb, which is always kind of hype, and then we have Abyss Climb, which is also pretty hype when done well.
Oh yeah, and he's also going to pick up the last 2 skills in the run before heading over to the Hollow Knight.
Right.
I actually find it a bit funny. Abyss Shriek has the largest damage output, yet it's the last thing we get.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just such that the route works out that it's the best time to get it with what, because we need King's Brand before we go there.
Yeah.
And we can still one cycle Umu, so we're not missing out on anything there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this obviously makes the most sense by far.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as Emre points out, if Wraiths wasn't in Narnia, we would probably get it earlier.
True.
Yeah. All right, so Pisces here. Let's see what kind of climb he has here. Oh, missing a pogo.
If you mess up at all, ooh, the damage. These guys don't give you any soul, and they will hit you for 2 damage. So if you get even a bit tilted on this climb, it can be a run ender.
Oh yeah. I mean, you were talking earlier about the UI elements in the game. Once you're at 1 HP, you take 2 hits in that climb, and now the screen's flashing, and things seem very, very scary, and it's very easy to make one final mistake. But Pisces completely fine here. Gonna pick up Shade Cloak. So one thing I didn't know about until I had already been running this category for like a month is that the reason that they save and quit out here is 1, so we skip the whole cutscene animation, but 2, while the screen is still black here, if you press Dream Nail, it gives you early control. That is not a major glitch because we're never invisible.
I did not know that.
Yep, that's why you just saw Pisces get up there and there wasn't a get up animation.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, so what you do is you just keep tapping Dream Nail like slowly until you hear the sound that Dream Nail makes. Once you hear that, you can just let go and start holding left and dashing.
Interesting.
There's so many
small speed tech things like that that are just so cool to learn about. So Pisces is gonna get his last skill, Abyss Shriek, and then one of the coolest segments of the run, Abyss Climb.
Yeah, definitely one of the most movement-heavy sections.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, though, if he'll go for any of the safe strats, or just go all out.
Yeah, there's a lot of strats that most runners opt to not do that are optimal for Abyss Climb, but they're the type of strategies that are incredibly risky and maybe only save, like, 0.3 seconds. So a lot of runners in a 50-minute run don't really want to lose their entire run to something that didn't save a whole ton of time. But so if one were to watch, you continue. No, I was just gonna say, like, so if one were to watch like ILs of Abyss Climb, you might see a little different strats than all skills runners use here.
Yeah. So Valley had a really nice sibling climb. So like stuff like pogoing off spikes like that. The most risky one is over here, but it saves plenty of time.
Real nice movement from Pi. And he gets there underneath. Getting to that wall underneath that crawler on the wall takes incredibly good movement throughout that climb.
That was a beautiful climb.
Yeah, that was Pisces putting on a clinic here. That was an incredible climb. And yeah, from here we're just gonna watch Pisces, head back to Dirtmouth, beat the crap out of THK, and that's the run. In the meantime, we see Valley now heading back from getting Shade Cloak. He's gonna be going for Shriek, and going through the same climb we just saw from Pisces.
Yeah. So same deal as Hornet 2. The one attack that you don't want to get for the Hollow Knight is his parries, because he will deflect any damage from your shrieks, as well as he'll retaliate with a nail swing, which is often hard to get out of the way of.
Although it's even worse than a parry?
What?
A dash.
How is that worse? I've never had...
Because we want to stand as close as possible to THK, like right underneath him, and use Shriek to hit him.
Yeah.
And if he's constantly dashing, it's very difficult to do that.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, if you hit him with the Shriek, like right before the parry starts, all 4 hits will actually hit without triggering the parry, believe it or not. I only learned that recently.
Okay.
Super interesting. Very glad. Oh, Pisces going for the the Cyclone / Strat, a fairly new thing. I can never get it.
It's deceptively hard.
Yeah.
Let's see how Valley takes the Abyss Climb.
Yeah. So far looking very clean. We got 2 hype things at the same time here. We got Pisces killing THK. We've got Valley doing Abyss Climb.
So he actually triggered the parry to be able to sneak around him and shriek him. Really clean Abyss Climb from Valley.
Yeah. And Pisces already at the self-stab phase here. So most people know this, but when THK is stabbing himself here, no matter what attack we do, it only does 1 damage. So it's not worth using any of our spells or anything. You'd rather just keep hitting him with the nail and collecting soul.
The soul you get during that phase is really nice for later on.
Absolutely. And Pisces...
And just like that...
Wow.
Really clean fight.
This
is a 50-minute run.
Should be a 50-21 from Pisces, which is absolutely nutty in a tournament. No reset setting. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And we see Valley coming up now. Dropping in to Forgotten Crossroads again. Going to be heading the same boss fight. I believe that's the fastest time we've had in the tournament so far. I'm not positive, though.
I'm not sure either, but it's definitely in top 5, probably top 3.
Yeah. Yeah, for reference, this run would be 4th place on the leaderboards. So
Yeah.
In a tournament setting, that's pretty wild.
Do you want to mark Pisces as completed?
Yeah. Big congrats to Pisces on this win over an incredibly tough opponent in Valley.
Yeah, I mean, they're really close. They're basically just one Hollow Knight fight apart.
Right, yeah.
The death that Valley took really cost a lot of the time.
I know it's not right to just play woulda, shoulda, coulda, but I'm very curious to see how this could have gone had Valley not taken that unfortunate Kingdom's Edge death.
Yeah. Pisces, congrats on the race.
Yeah, big congrats.
So,
We were just saying your time would have been 4th place on the boards.
Yeah. I just as I hopped in, I heard you guys say unfortunate death in Kingdom's Edge, so that's unfortunate to hear.
Oh yeah, so I don't want to ask too many questions for Valley's here, but I was wondering if you guys had the stream up and were watching each other's paces.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I'd like to wait till Valley's here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's coming to a finish right here. There he goes.
There we go. GG.
Yeah, still a 52, which in a tournament setting is nothing to shake off. That's a really
in a
good
tournament
time.
with a death.
Yeah, that's a crazy time.
I'm really impressed here.
Yeah, real GGs to Valley there. Really solid run.
I didn't have the stream up at all. I was just planning on going like full throttle the whole time.
You had some really amazing swag strats. That underplat in Queen's Gardens.
Yeah. I was just saying I've never seen somebody go for that in an actual run before.
Well, luckily it's pretty easy in all skills. But yeah, I don't know. I'll wait till Volley's in here before we chat some more.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Hey Valley, congrats.
Hey.
GG's.
GG.
Congrats. GG. Yeah, so we were just saying. I was wondering when Sierra and I were commentating. I didn't know if Pisces had the stream up or not because After you took that really unfortunate death in Kingdom's Edge Valley, I was wondering, okay, are we going to see Pisces maybe play some safer strats or, change the way he's playing? But it didn't look like it. So I'm assuming that you didn't have the stream up. You said Pisces.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Am I quiet? Chat's saying I'm quiet, or am I all right?
You're good now.
You're good.
You were quiet at first, but now you're good.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't expect Pisces to go for like safe strats just because I died.
Well, I had no idea, and for all I knew, in my head, I just assumed you were like at the same spot as me the whole time. So
actually, without the death and meme Umu, I would have PB'd this run.
Oh no!
Oh yes. So Valley, So Pisces, because you didn't know, Valley actually not only had a Kingdom's Edge, but also had a 3-cycle Umu.
Oh no!
So 2 extra attacks.
I got to be honest, that makes Valley's time insanely impressive to me.
The only sad thing about Umu is that I didn't get a 3rd extra attack. That would have been so good.
Yeah, so Valley, did you have the stream up? Did you know how far behind you were?
Yeah. I was having a stream with commentary up the whole time, and I was just kind of vibing from your commentary.
Yeah, so I mean, what goes on in your head? You take that death, you're against a strong runner in Pisces. What goes through your head about how you may try and get back into it?
I'm just kind of relaxed. I mean, thinking that Pisces will take like a death in this run, it's kind of disrespectful. So I'm just kind of relaxed and I was on a decent 51 pace and I was thinking that maybe I can get like a mid 51, that would be great. But then I lost another minute to Umu alone. So okay, maybe 52, please.
I mean, you got the 52, so.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm really happy with my time considering how like little time I had to practice and stuff like that. So yeah, I have like no regrets.
Yeah, I mean, you ran a time that tied 14th on the boards with all the unfortunate things that happened.
Yeah, we take those. Like a bit sad that I couldn't save extra attack Umu, but yeah, we'll practice. We'll practice for that.
Yep. Pisces, I was curious about you. Is there anything you did special, like in particular, like special to prepare just for this particular match, or did you kind of just do what you know how to do, go off of your muscle memory, and trust yourself to run a good race here?
I was actually trying to do I was trying to learn the new strats that people have been doing lately, just because I wanted to get like any time save I could. So I messed up every single one of them, unfortunately, in the race. I just little stuff like the wall cling storage after the grub on the way to D-Dark. I went for that and I just face planted into the Crystal Hunter and then had to heal. Just some like wall cling storage stuff, and then the new Abyss Shriek, like Crystal Dash killing the crawler.
And then
also,
I saw
50-21 in the race Pisces. That's amazing. Like there is no way I would have had chances in this race, even if I played like out of my mind.
I mean, if you were gonna like PB without those things, like that's right about that time.
I would estimate it like high 3x, like 53x without those memes. So
I don't know.
So still no.
I also noticed too, Valley, you look like you went for some of the more newly discovered movement strats. In particular, you did left side exit out of archives. Is that something you've been practicing a lot?
No, I just did it 2 times today, like just before the race.
Oh wow!
Nice.
I mean, it's pretty comfy piece of movement. There's like a couple jelly spots that can screw you, but I would say that it's very much easy piece of movement to just pull off in the race. You don't really have to practice for it.
Sure. Pisces, for you, obviously an incredible time, a really good run. Are there any parts of the run that you really weren't happy with, or that you might go back and say, man, I really want to work on this segment before the next round of races?
I mean, realistically, I can't complain.
Of course.
I don't know. It was unfortunate that I tried to wait for the headbang attack to start from Broken Vessel, and I waited what felt like so long to do one more hit. And then when I did that hit, it just staggered. And I was like, man, come on. Other than that, like, just nerves. Like, that's the forever thing to work on. Because, like, most of early game up through, like... I don't know. After D-Dark, the nerves kind of went away, but up until then, like I missed the fireball skip early on, and I was just worried about like taking a death.
Yeah, and to that point, actually, Valley, do you think nerves affected you at all in today's run?
No, I wasn't nervous at all. Like in Kingdom's Edge, like one of my fireballs didn't go off, and I kind of just got lost in a moment. I tried to like save it somehow and got a couple hits, and I haven't watched on my HP because this just never happened before to me. Right. So when I died, I was like, what?
Oh.
Okay.
Was it a case of hungry walls or?
No. It's I think I just misinputted my nail cancel. I just pressed fireball too early. Like just an execution mistake probably.
Yeah, very unfortunate, and it happens.
I mean, considering everything, this death is probably the best one you can take in the run. Like, if I would die in the race, I would probably die here. It's just like 45 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, and I know you probably knew Valley because you were watching, but just for Pisces context, you guys walked into Kingdom's Edge together. Like I think like literally 3 seconds apart. Like that's how close the race was up until that death.
Yeah, it was incredibly close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in my head, that's how it felt the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
Like every mistake is just like, Volley wouldn't have missed that. Like I definitely just lost time.
But you still finished with a 50-minute time. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I also did like pretty much the same mistakes you did. Like you died to Crushers and I died to Crushers.
I practiced that fast cycle yesterday before the race. That was another thing that I wanted to practice. And I was like, wow, this trick's free. And then of course I dunk in the race, but what can you do?
Isn't that always how it goes? As soon as the tournament happens.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know, Sierra. Do you have any other questions or other things to bring up with the runners?
Not really. I think that's everything.
Yeah. So I mean, Pisces Valley. Congrats to you both. Do you guys have anything else you want to say before we call a show and hop off?
I'm all good, Volley.
Yeah, I'm all good too. Thanks for having me. Shout outs to commentators. I really enjoyed comms while playing. It was like really cool.
Well, I'm glad it was not. I've been looking forward to calming this match ever since I saw it on the list. So I'm really honored that I got to do it. So congrats to both of you for your race today. Congrats to Pisces on the win, and good luck to both of you in the next round of the tournament.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for
good race, Volley.
Watching.
Yeah. Bye, GG Spices.
Yeah, we're gonna call it, and hope you all enjoyed. I think the schedule for the tournament is in the Twitch chat. You can find when the next upcoming races are going to be there. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
GG's.
GG's.